Hey guys, it's Tony with Wood Tramp Outdoors. I got BattlBox mission number 132 right here for you for February. Hang tight. Alright guys, welcome back. Yes, we do have that here for you, and it's pretty cool, and this is still continuing on with Built for the Outdoors. Man, BattlBox has got this new theme that we are really enjoying here, and so are you, because we got so many emails. Also, we had questions. Bush butter. Yes, bush butter is still available on the website. I only have to apologize because the website was jacked up. And some people went out there and tried to buy some bush butter and said we didn't have any. And so that's been fixed. You can get out there to bushbutter.net and check it out. We're going to be doing another video because we just got a new cutting board. A nice one from Boost. So, yeah, hang tight for that. And then the other question was, are there any more extreme survival shelters? Yes, there are. We have a few. We order these in small batches, and if you want one, go out to Wood Tramp Outdoors or bushbutter.net. They're on both sites, and they're out there for $119.99. And man, you aren't going to find a better one. So yes, they are available, and I'm really digging this. Okay, so now let's move on to that. Mission Brief 132, and I already said it, but man, what BattlBox has done with this new quarterly theme inspired thing is, you know, really ingenious as far as I'm concerned. Great job, BattlBox. Because of the simple fact that I think by the end of the year, the pack that came in, the wax canvas pack that came in Mission 131, is going to be full by the end of the last quarter, the last BattlBox in December. You're going to have a full pack. Now, the reason I say that is because I know some of the gear that's coming down the line that you don't, and it will be a great addition to this theme-based series. So every quarter is going to be a little bit different, but the gear is all going to put you out in the outdoors. Good stuff. And that, you know, January was really cool with the wax canvas bag. And by the way, for those of you that wrote me and asked me how could you make that into a more sturdy bucket style pack, I'm going to show you how to build your own insert. I'm waiting for the material to arrive. It's really easy to do it, and if you want to save that pack for years to come, I would highly recommend building your own insert, getting it in there. So let's get into this here. Mission 132, Built for the Outdoors. The basic box has 3 items, or excuse me, 4 items this month. And you're going to see this is great, man. I mean, if you are looking for a reason to get into BattlBox on the basic, this is the month to try it out, and here's why. The first item comes from Clean Freak, which we've seen a lot of them. I love them. And these are body wipes. These are the larger body wipes. Staying clean is about skin, head, morale, and keeping irritation from slowing you down. Absolutely. Now what these are, I didn't open this up because I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it. Oh, did I? Yeah. Okay, so what you have in here is a body wipe that is, let me see, does it tell you how, it says 1 large, 11 by 11, okay? That's pretty nice, and these are made for wiping your entire body. Clean Freak makes these in different flavors. You don't eat them, I'm just saying different fragrances. But it all has basically the same ingredients in it. Keeps you clean, keeps you moisturized. And then when you get done with it, you can hang these out to dry. man, you might be able to wet them and do it again, but you won't have the same amount of fragrance in it. But what we do is after I use one of these and I know it's really used up, I will hang it on a limb or something, or a ridge line, and let it dry, and now you've got some really decent tinder here. There comes 12 wipes to this bag, and you know how many days you're going to be out, you know. That's what you do. So that's the first item. Then the second item, which I'm really digging when I see something like this, because it's very practical and very useful, very purposeful. This is the Sunco Pro Map Compass, and somebody wrote us asking us if this was a decent compass. Yes, it is. It's a decent compass. You know, it's not a premium compass, but it is a very decent compass that will help you to navigate wherever you're at. Now listen, a lot of people that I've met throughout the years that I've involved in the outdoor community, and I have learned, you know, I'd like to ask them when I'm in a group and everybody, you know, has got a compass, do you know how to use the compass? And I'll tell you, be honest, 9 out of 10 people really don't know how to use a compass. There are so many videos out on YouTube that'll show you that. It would do you some good to get out there, just learn the basics. You know, you're not going to be hiking, you know, the Alps or something like that, or going through the Amazon rainforest, more than likely. But, you know, to be able to enjoy yourself out in the woods takes confidence. And every little skill you learn is going to give you more confidence. And if you learn how to use a compass, that's going to give you a compass as well. This is a base plate, magnifying glass on it. So it's a multi-purpose. Easy to get this dude in the doghouse. It's very, very true. Yeah, what a great ad. So we're going to put this back over here. Item number 3 is another very practical item. How do I know that? Because I use the doo-doo out of this stuff. I don't know how many shelters it's made out of sil nylon or xenon. I don't think you can use this on Dyneema. Maybe, but I don't think so. But if you've got one of those very lightweight shelters or whatever it might be, a sleeping bag, this repair tape from Tenacious Tape, this is Gear Aid Tenacious Repair Tape. Over on the shelf, I've got several of these rolls, and I'm telling you, it works. I've had embers fly out of my chimney on my hot teepee, and one, you know, fell down on the tent, and I didn't discover it until it was raining the next time, and I got rain in, and I had to put up with it for that particular trip. But I put some duct tape on the inside. But after that, got home, put the Tenacious tape on it. It's been there for over a year. Yeah. So this is a great ad as well. And then the last one, and again, you know, I really dig this stuff here. You know, Wazoo makes some pretty interesting little tiny gear here. But they put together these fire cards, and Current 1776 did a great demonstration on these. I mean, there's several ways to use these, right? Oops. Come on, out of there. Looks like and feels like a credit card. But this is designed to be able to start a fire, whether you shave it down or you use a 90-degree spine to get you some shavings off there like that. Or you cut up the card like that, light it, or you just light the card itself. You know, it will burn for about 5 or 6 minutes, something like that. I know that, let me see what this says. Break off a small piece to start multiple fires, or light the whole card ablaze for 30 seconds of intense heat. That doesn't mean it's just going to give you 30 seconds. These burn longer than 30 seconds. But really, you know, I mean, what I recommend is you cut off a small piece, like they said. That's all you need. If you're working with wet tinder, that might be a little bit different. These are great to keep in your wallet, in your glove compartment, in your get-home bag, whatever. Just great. Put them in your fire kit. They are so small and so flat, very small footprint. Now, as an add-on, Wazoo has provided you with an opportunity to get a free 3-pack just like this with your next Wazoo order. I believe it doesn't give you a basic, you spend what you want. But here's the deal. You got to do it by March the 1st. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, watch me, I'm putting it right out here. It's going to tell us, pick this up and go out on the Wazoo, because I'm going to buy some of these. They're great for gifts, small gifts for folks. So that's your basic box right there. Now we're going to move on to the advanced box from Grand Trunk, and we've seen at least one, maybe two things from Grand Trunk. And Grand Trunk makes some very interesting stuff. This one is called the Grand Trunk Compass Swivel 360 Swivel Stool. Comes with its own carrying bag with a strap on it. Weighs only a pound. I mean, really, this is cool. And bam, look at the secret magic spot here, right? This dude swivels while you're sitting on it, and you know how convenient that is. How many times have you had a tripod stool that you bushcrafted, or you took one out? I've got one that is stationary. I wish I could have thought about that beforehand. I'd brought it over here. It stinks. I won't tell you the company, but man, it's terrible. Now, I'll tell you why I say it's terrible. Number one, it's uncomfortable. Number two, the feet come off of it. You sit down in the ground and you sit there for a while, and the feet are going to sink a little bit. This will too. Difference is when I pulled that out of the ground and put it back on the backpack, I didn't look at the feet. Got back to the shop, unloading my gear, and I noticed two of the feet were missing. So I had to reach out to the company. They sent me some more feet, but that's an inconvenience. That has not been out with me ever since. These feet do not come off. I've tried. I've really tried to get it off. This is a super, super stool. I really like this stool, and it's got a small enough footprint. If you want to, you can put this in your truck or your car, your trunk. Anytime you're going out, going to do a quick fishing trip, somewhere on your way home from work, like I used to do. Nice little stool to sit on. It's very sturdy. Instructions are inside of the bag how to do this, because there is a specific way to put this together. The leg, not the leg, but the support section is what I'll call it, goes into the pocket without straps first. Yeah, that's me. How many guys don't read instructions, all right? Most of us are stupid and don't read them. So yeah, you got to put that one in first, and then one with the straps, you can snap them in without a problem. Now check this out here. Underneath here is a way to store some gear in there, like a phone or whatever you want to put under there. I mean, it'd be great for a phone. Last thing I want to say about this is that when you sit in it, you see the logo right there? That's where your tail goes, and this one here comes up between your legs. Yeah, if you try to sit on it the other way, you're going to be very uncomfortable. So that is the advanced box. I love this here. Member recommended by Jeff and Sean. All right, guys. Really cool. So I'm just going to put this off here in the not so mystery spot called the floor. Now we're going to move on to the Pro Box. All right. And again, look at this. BattlBox is just really crossing all the T's, dotting the I's, checking the boxes on things that would be useful to us in the outdoor world. This one comes from Dark Energy, and we've seen several different Dark Energy power banks that, I got to tell you, they're some of the best out there. I've got tons of these. After I did the first or second video, people sent those to me, companies sent them to me. Some of them really suck butt, and Dark Energies is one of the better ones. They're not giving us another power bank, but what they've done, bam, they have given us the Spectre 8-watt solar panel, right there. That doesn't show up very good there. 8-watt solar panel. And the best thing for me to do is just show you this dude right here. comes snapped. It's flat. I mean, the footprint on this is ridiculously flat, right? If you carry electronics out into the field, any type of electronics that require recharging, here you go. This is your Bubba right here. You take off this little piece of plastic right here, right? And you got access to the charging panel. I don't want to take this off here. It says remove the sticker. I'm not going to remove the sticker. But look at that. That's all the bigger that is. Now what's cool about this is that while you're humping, you can lash this to your backpack so it is grabbing whatever sunlight. All right. It's not like it was 10 years ago where you had to have direct sunlight banging down on these to get the appropriate amount of light to recharge anything. These are very sensitive nowadays. This is a great one here. I want to read just a little bit for you here. It's just over 9 ounces, built with Armor Flex protection. Yep, look at that. You used to not be able to do that with these. Handles rain, drops pressure, and rough conditions without quitting. It has USB-A and USB-C outputs. A built-in sun meter. A sun meter. Flexible photoskin cells and IPX7 waterproofing make this a true backcountry power solution. Fold it flat, clip it to your pack, and charge it while you move. Right? That's really nice here. And you know, who doesn't carry electronics out into the field these days? All right, and that moves us on to the Pro Plus box. And this particular knife of the month, you know, some really love it, some really don't. And you be the judge here. This is a Braden Sweeten cleaver, built for the work that actually happens outside. I like that little slogan there. This is a box that comes in, right? And then this is actually the blade itself. Comes in a slick little leather sheath. I love the smell of leather, man, I do. And what I often look, man, I'm about to cut off my nose with this thing. What I look at when a sheath comes from anybody, I look at the welting that they put in there, because a lot of guys or companies go cheap on the welting. You know, if you're going to go cheap, that's not where you want to go, because here's what happens when you put your knife in there. If it's cheap, you're cutting through the threads like right now. Had it happen many times. This leather sheath, no sir. And you can configure this to carry in a multitude of ways, and you know, I guess the way it's set up here, let me read this here. Easy to carry. It looks like a scout carry to me, right? You know, some people call it the Apache carry, but it's, you know, scout carry is what it looks like. All right, so let's just talk about it first of all. It's a 3.5-inch D2 steel blade. It has Coyote Tan G10 scales. And it is very rugged, and I think the overall length is 7 3/4 inches. And what I think is neat about this, you know, a blade like this, only weighing 4.5 or 5.4 ounces. Very neat. So, I mean, it depends on what your flavor is. Now, where would I use this? I would put this in my cook kit, for real. I wouldn't carry it every day out in the bush, because I've got much better knives than this. You know, I got a little bit of advantage that some people don't have. But could you use it? I would say I wouldn't. I would find a way to use this in my cook kit, you know, because if you're talking about taking this out, it's got a short blade on it, and you're going to be very limited when you're talking about. It could stand a baton. You know, you can split wood with this, but the size of it is really going to limit you in regards to the shelters that you can build, the pack frames. Pack frames, you could do it okay. But furniture, things like that, you're going to be quite challenged to do it, you know. So do me a favor. If you're going to do anything other than what I just said, put it in your cook kit, put it in the comments below. Tell us what you're going to do with this knife. It's going in my cook kit. I love to have a small cleaver. I've had bigger ones, put them in there, used them. I thought, man, it ain't worth the weight and the real estate it takes up. This takes up very, very little real estate. So that's it for your Pro Plus box knife of the month, the Braden Sweeten Cleaver. That's mission 132 from BattlBox. I gotta tell you folks, I've been with BattlBox, been doing this for quite a while, and I have watched them evolve. I've watched them mature. I've watched their vision widen out there, watched their leadership, heading them into the right direction. BattlBox is still the best bang for your buck when you're talking about a return on your investment. They don't send you crap gear. They send you some really good stuff. So, appreciate that. Now, whoa, one more thing, because several of you have asked me about large knives, special tools. I got two that I just want to share with you. You've seen this one before. Getting ready to do a video on this, as if I had to take one tool out, what would it be? It would be this guy right here. And this is the M18, made by Mr. Todd Hunt himself. Blade master, guru, Yoda of the blade. The man knows what he's doing. And you're going to see a video on this very, very shortly. The other thing was, have I received any big knives lately that I would be willing to show? And the answer is absolutely yes. This is the CTC from Carrie Lopez out there in Northern California. The girl can build some big knives. Now, right there it is. I don't carry big knives all the time. But when you're talking about something that could be multi-purpose, you're going to see a video, an exclusive video. And this knife is also slated to be the centerfold for our next Wood Tramp Outdoors magazine that's coming out. So keep an eye out for that. Appreciate all the questions, all the support, all your love, and all that type of stuff. So till next time, you guys be safe out there no matter what you're doing or where you're at.